How's everybody? Hold on, I want... Hello. Sorry, game's not playing anything right now. Okay. Whoa! The background change. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wanted to finish the case, so we're doing this. You know. I also was working on art a lot today, so probably fine. Oh yeah, what's the other ship? Called you an idiot, Faye? What happened? Oh my goodness. A false report with a boat. Oh, I see. She just does. No. Baby drugged my tea. I see. Oh my gosh, she's calling us the devil. But she's not hiding who she is anymore. And that baby? Wait, she knows he's an inspector? Wait. Wait. Now I'm starting to sus her. I'm starting to suspect her. Like, bigger. Like, before it was like, oh, maybe she's just kind of wrapped up all in this. But, like, at the same time, what would her motive be? Yeah, what would... I mean, I guess... it wouldn't be that weird for Ace Attorney to not reveal her motive until the trial. But... oh, what would her motive... I mean, obviously she wants money, right? Because she's trying to run away from her ballet troupe. That I didn't speak Spanish. I was met with not only Spanish people speak... But that's not what you said, Faye! You just said you don't speak Spanish. Can I touch anything? Ah! Susato! Why am I getting flipped? Okay. Okay, so Hosonaga can't help us. Very yes! I was like, who would do this? It would be him. Because obviously those three aren't helpful. Jones! Jones! Take the tiara off. It doesn't look good on that hat. It completely clashes with your outfit. Like, that's silver and you wear so much gold. That doesn't go together. Stop. Okay. But like, can you cut to the chase, boy? Man, sir? What? Is he okay? What? Eh? Wait, has he quote-unquote solved the case? Okay, sure. Okay. Oh god, is it time? Oh, it is, isn't it? Handcuffs doesn't prove that you did something bad. Help! It wasn't when the person came in. And when they left. This violin is really nice, by the way. The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from the outside of the cabin. We literally just showed an example of it, Ryunosuke. Are you dense? You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there's another entrance. Oh, right. Right. Amugus! The vent! Why, it keeps open-mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator, man! Sorry. I have it on my soundboard. I feel compelled to use it. The ventilator! You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. Bro, you're like 5 heads wide. Of course you can't. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. Perhaps for a 16-year-old girl? But it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Uh-oh. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Precisely, my dear madame. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Oh my god! Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There's a distinct element of danger, but fear not. I am ready. What I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! Is it a snake? What the? Snake! Snake's on a boat. Allow me to introduce you all to the band. The Speckled Band. A snake! Indubitably. Oh. Mr. Sholmes, just, one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Hmm? Yes, you're right. I think in this case you'd have to call it the Striped Band, wouldn't you? Look, we don't decide the snake names here. You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. What are you trying to say there, Doc? And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. No. She's turned white as a bowl of rice again. White as a bowl of rice. Okie dokie. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. Oh. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi. It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Wait, am I still going to have to correct him again? Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So, we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? As I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, That fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas, regrettably, Sholmes is gonna get fucking bit. This specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? What, ma'am? No, don't look at me! This has nothing to do with any of this! Oh, but it does. Oh, really? I see. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes! That which you are trying, but failing to conceal, can only be the snake's How do you pronounce that word? I know what this word means, and I don't actually know how to pronounce it. Skin. Jump scared by the- oh my god. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin. No? I don't know what you are talking about. I know she's supposed to sound Russian, but like, I don't know. Okay. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then spectacled friend slithered next door. Is that even possible? Can a snake actually, like, completely change patterns when it, like, when it changes its skin? Wait, it can? Really? I see. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. But I feel like going from spectacled to banded seems a bit of a jump. You know what I mean? In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman... Oh, one sec. Sorry about that. My doctor called. My doctor called. Sorry, I actually had to answer that phone call. That's fine. Nothing is wrong. It was just telling me about the test that I took before I went on vacation. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a spectacled band. Speckled band. Sorry, not spectacled. They don't have glasses. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it sloughs its skin. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. She's 16. Where did she get this snake? Hi, Star. How are you? Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data, which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, An examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense! There's no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. You chose. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death. In that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved, periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't. It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you would use to train your serpent friend. To train? Indeed. You'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. You deny this snake has undergone such training? It's not true! Having slithered through the ventilator down a bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom went course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled bang that took the young man's poor life. There can be no doubt, my logic is infallible. Never mind the multiple question marks that you raised while I was telling it. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Oh my god, dog, please. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you will reserve a saucer of milk. The promise of food is key to training any creature. Incredible! You've solved the Ryunosuke. Guys? My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand.
Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
But of course. What's on your mind?
It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me.
I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly.
Oh, well, good. First of all, snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family.
Oh my god, she's girl bossing right now. You are well informed, madame.
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Ah.
It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward.
No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova uses some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds.
Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Ah.
Yes, so I'm not sure how it would really be possible to signal a snake by whistling.
But madame, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute?
I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements.
Oh. I see. No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept to be practically useless. Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes.
There's one other thing.
You have more!
Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins.
Then it should try harder!
Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine a snake could have had a part in this.
Oh no, he's sad! So sad he broke his neck. I mean, Pavlova's still, like, sus, but, like...
I think... we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh no, you don't mean...
Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be!
I had a feeling that was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for. Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah, right. So, cast your eyes down to your wrists again. What? Are you really doing this again, sir? Fear not. I shall see they're restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd leave them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. It's gotta be a different pet, though, right? Miss Pavlova, moments ago, you blah blah blah. We already did this. We're gonna revoice, but like only the parts that are important later. Maybe in the future I should skip reading the deduction, and then only read the correction. She does have a pained expression on her face. There's still, like, trials, right? Cute. Oh right, Japan probably didn't have these much. Oh god, this is... Oh. Oops, that's the wrong button.
Yes!
A claw scratch smarts with pain. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night?
When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse.
And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabinet that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend Which would you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without a doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. How would a snake scratch her hand? Oh, wait. Cat.
Yes!
Cat. I see it. Cat. Fuck. That's not it. Oh, wait. That still counts? No. But there's a cat picture there, bro. Oh. Oh my god, and trying to control the camera angle is like really hard. There's a cat. There's a cat! Where? Oh, I had to examine it first. Are you kidding? Oh, whoops, that's the wrong button.
Yes!
I had to examine it first. Okay, fine. Without a doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear.
Oh no.
Oh, my mouse. Sorry. The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you?
Ah! Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind.
Darka would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What is that sight that fell upon the victim's eyes on tonight?
No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying, but failing, to conceal can only be the snake's sloth skin. Okay. It's just a scarf, isn't it? If she just left it in her pocket, no one would have ever known. Oh, the camera is a pain in the butt. Oh, wrong button. I keep forgetting which button is present. Yes! The thing you are trying, but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy! Precisely, and the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. Ah! And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared with the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. Ah. In summary, the nature of this friend is Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka. Yeah! It didn't look that bad. Like, that stiff. I thought it was like a scarf or something. A truly troublesome feline young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova.
It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened.
Yeah, do be a 3DS game.
She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the belt cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Darka, she's so naughty.
Dun, 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 dun. Obviously now it's not a snake bite. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life? And why? According to the data of which I've been appraised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. From what, sir? Venom from where?
Yes!
In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem reports. Oh, yes, I knew it was one or the other.
His neck was...
Huh? Why are we back to this? Oh. The breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Demon Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know. The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
Oh no, could there be?
Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will blah, 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 blah. Whatever, close enough. This? Oh, wait. Ah!
An Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish.
Shoe polish?
Indeed. Positively identified by little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results, the undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's lace leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped.
Please, no!
And, by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life.
No!
I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life? Yes, the fact are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right. You hid evidence that links you. No.
I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama merely tripped over and... now he's no more?
It can't be true. I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe, but the marks on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. But... And if this part of Mr. Sholm's deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Okay. How much am I gonna hate this camera? Is it the tiara again? Nope. Okay. Okay, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Please stop. Let me skip through this. Go faster. I know. I know. Garbage?
Yes!
Fuck! Wow, Sholmes is mean. I have to try to use the mouse. It's not the traveling case. And I'm like struggling to see anything else. Not the tiara, it's not the waste paper basket. Am I struggling to like view something because the camera is garbo? Or what? Okay. Am I getting hot or cold, chat? You know. So I don't see anything else to click on. What?
Oh my god, is it another, like, I have to two-step through it? I hate this. I was right, it's in the fucking waste paper basket! But I had to figure out that it was in the waste paper basket with certainty. There are some times, like, I get it. I get it. But I hate this shit sometimes, or it's just like, oh, but you have to, like, do X, Y, and Z before the characters are 100% certain and say the correct thing. I get it, but, like, come on, where else is it gonna be in this tiny little fucking corner? There's not... I couldn't click on the freaking drawers. It must have been this. No, it's any video game.
Yes!
Is this? Literally nothing changed. The answer is the same. But we had to look in it first. And it doesn't help that there's no, like, you see in the bottom right, like, these options of things you can do. Inspect is not one of them. Mad. That's right, you hid the evidence that links to your victim's death in the waste paper basket. Like I just said 5 minutes ago, but you guys said I was wrong. Less than 5. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And, as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no. So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? Ah! She died. Internally. You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't. I don't know, and that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodon't. What? Yes, that would be... If I had to guess, it is probably this. Yeah.
Yes!
If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from Darka's collar, the very glass bell in question. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your absent feline friend, Darka. Wait, so then, like, no one was actually technically murdered. Well, like, they were killed, but, like, this was an accident. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. Like, nobody's at fault, really, here. Do you really have to do, like, a trial for this or something? I don't want to have her go to jail because her cat made an accident. Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night.
It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands.
People do say cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments.
She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her.
And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it.
Yes. And I had read the, rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darko with me.
Yes. Modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's precaution, really.
So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure someone was there. He must be sleeping.
So at that point, you thought it safe to try to lure the kitten back again? By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator into the adjoining cabin.
Darko always loved this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing... She didn't return.
So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova, trying to retrieve her pet. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened.
Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she calmed down. But then... I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. And afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. Kazuma was...
From the appearance of the brown marks on the floor, it seems likely what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Budia is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asogi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards?
In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator.
Yet Darko is nowhere to be seen.
I must have forgotten to lock my case, and now she's disappeared again.
Gracious, that cat is insufferably restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself, at least.
When I woke this morning, I heard a young man in the cabin next to mine had died, but I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. Aww. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back.
Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? You're right! Where is it? If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it, and where did it come from?
What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing boarding this ship? Why is he...
He's gonna die. Oh, I didn't say. Nick is my friend. His name is Piloshko. Piloshko. What? What? That snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here. Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin? But animals are not permitted on board. We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friends? Without someone who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? What, my dear burly fellow? A gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. Pilosko does not have venom. He is harmless, very long, but very gentle. He's adorable, like Granny. Granny! It's... venomless? Yes. Now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him... what? Milk, I suppose? Like they say, milk chickens. Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Piros go eat mouses. Big, fat, round mouses. Ah, oh, so... Is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for? Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. Oh no, Sholmes. It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bell cord. And it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept that land in a starring role? Oh my god, Sholmes just lost his shit. He just dropped to the fucking floor and lost his shit. It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Piros God is nothing to do with this incident.
So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death.
So, like, now what?
Miss Pavlova. I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. But...
What are you talking about, Miss Kimikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events, like the book series. And the movie, but we don't really talk about the movie. An accident. Actually, the first movie was fine.
I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth.
I don't actually I didn't watch the Netflix one, so no.
Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodon't?
Huh? What?
To be perfectly honest...
Yes? Wait, what?
There's a discrepancy as Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Is there? I confess. I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh! I'm only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodon't, are simply a distraction. Huh? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Ah! Not again! When did you do that? Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I'm rather hoping I could resolve matters before we meet our next port of call. You were, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours, was he not? You're alive, welcome back, Faye. The answer is I never watched the Netflix one, so I actually don't know what the consensus is on it.
Kazuma was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even.
In that case, we must follow it to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodon't.
Yes, whatever that may be. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. I can chase that down. Maybe the truth will become clear. The truth about how you really died. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Naruhodon't.
So then, shall we begin?
Yes!
What fact we should ponder first. I'm not sure. I follow. Well, we still never discussed the bolt, and we never really figured out why he wrote in Russian, and if he even knew Russian. Is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must establish in the first instance. But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident.
Hold it!
Hold it! Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? I'm gonna have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid. Yeah, me too. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right here in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't have possibly have been a mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand, Master Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence.
Yes!
Fuck! Absence of something you would expect to find at the scene of an accident. Or the presence of something you wouldn't. I hate when the like I don't hate it necessarily, but like it's so frustrating when it's clear that the characters know what they're supposed to be picking, but you're like, I'm not sure I follow the train of logic here. Wait, is it this?
Yes!
The truth is clearly recorded in this, thank God. This photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. That script. It's Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese in this case. But maybe he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. Sorry? What do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death. Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't have possibly written of anything. Because he was already dead! Omae wa mou shindeiru! But like...
That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't have possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true.
What? So Susato-san has noticed it too then. Oh, to tell me! I want to say it's this. Right? Because he stops recording shit, right?
Yes!
No, but like it's important. We haven't used it yet.
Yes!
The diary? No! I'm not following the character's logic. Ah! Where's my save? I don't fucking know anymore.
Yes!
Is it this? Okay. This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. But that's the glass spell the kitten had around its neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there's a very big flaw. A fatal flaw. What? If that's really what happened, then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin?
Yes. Remember when we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket? Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova?
Oh no. Both of these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asogi died last night in this cabin, there was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth, in order to cover up his or her own guilt. But why? What is her motive?
Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asogi's...
Whoa! You are wasting time! Someone else was there. Duh, of course, we all know this. What are you talking about? Bulkhead was bolted shut from the inside. There is no way in or out.
Oh, yes.
And the only other person in the cabin was a young student. When the young student died, was you.
Yes!
Yeah, but I don't fucking know Russian. It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details. But I don't know Russian. There's no way I would have left that message. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I'd been asleep in there the entire time. And then, the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor, for fear of becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions. Yes, well, it was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would have barely cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item.
You all suspect me, don't you?
Why is he why is he trying to protect her? Seaman Stroganoff. Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sea. Ah. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skill and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship. A member of ship's band. Ah. You do not accuse the ship's angel of being criminal. Oh, so that's it. You say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth. Which one?
Well, this is almost interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray?
How can you be so sure? You're a great detective. You should know. Look truth in eyes. Cabin bulkhead was... How many times are you gonna tell us this? Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Hold on. Hey!
Excuse me.
Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Нет, it's impossible.
He's right. But wait! I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around...
Are we going back to this again? Didn't you just argue, earlier that this wouldn't work?
No, of course not. I thought so too. But Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so...
Susato-san, how could you shift it onto me like that? So Seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a figure on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind having been used before. I don't believe it. Well, Mr. Naruto, I believe you know what I mean, don't you?
A way to shut the bolt from the cabin door from the outside? One way does spring to mind, yes. Do you really know what Mr. Sholmes means, Naruhodo?
Yeah, and so should you.
Because we've seen it happen.
Indeed we have. So, would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? The book. The book.
Yes!
Look at the bookcase there. See how all the books and things have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before.
Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over.
I believe... Yes, it's what's known as the force of inertia, acting on objects.
Okay. Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know? Or that isn't in her books, at least? Whatever it's called, the same force pushed over those books on the bookcase, and also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt on the cabin door. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We had come into this cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. But then...
Oh, yes! That's it! When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door.
Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the force of inertia. Inertia, got it. Yep, that's what it's called, chat. If you want to call it that. Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Asogi was killed, Whee! Whee! The SS Brudia made another emergency stop? When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over.
Oh, yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I?
Then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin.
My.
Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? Are you out of your mind? You say Birdia made an emergency stop. It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room? Oh, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm?
Oh, yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there? Telling you to only press the button in times of emergency.
On dark nights, when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Uh-oh. Wait, it was you! When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interests of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings, and the vessel comes to a complete stop. Sholmes. As indeed it did a little earlier today. Sholmes, that's like illegal, isn't it?
Mr. Sholmes, surely it wasn't you who...
As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. To be pressed, whenever the occasion.
He sounds almost proud of himself.
How dare you mess with ship! I report you to Captain. You are in much trouble now. Also, hi Himiko, I hope you're doing well. No, I'm sure that all can wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learned a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin doors slide closed. Isn't that really bad? So, what we must now consider.
Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi, did this ship make an emergency stop, or did it not?
Like, wouldn't it be really bad if, like, they make an emergency stop and it doesn't actually, like, stop them from hitting whatever they thought they were gonna hit, and now all of the cabin doors are locked? Isn't that really bad? You are idiots. Burlia is a huge ship with many passengers. If we make an emergency stop, even in the middle of night, there will be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodon't?
Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night.
We have evidence to support that idea. This is true. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you would think that eventually they would try to, like, fix it on the boat. You know? Like, I don't know, undo the doors and reverse them or something. Like, reverse the direction they open or something? I don't know.
Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo?
Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. Shit! This? Please be this now! Team Yes! It's your duty to patrol the first class area of the ship, isn't that right? That is correct. But... And the ship's log here, this would be where you would record the details of your duties. What are you doing with that? That is mine! Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift bureau in the passageway over there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care with a mind to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose. That is where I put it always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances you write the phrase, "nothing to report," every 13 minutes. If you turn the other way... Oh, true. I guess you have a point, yeah. So it's just a matter of, in this case, the direction they're going is bad. I don't know. So that sounds really bad. But from 2 o'clock last night till the first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log? That is... because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write "nothing to report," wouldn't you? Indeed so. Which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Budia. Oh! Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill the ship's log, in fact.
Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night?
Stop talking rubbish! Uh-oh. If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh? Why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed.
That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night.
Well, no, that's a good point. What of the throbbing? Sorry? What do you mean? Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We've all suffered with it. Oh, yes, I've had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today.
Nor have I. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn.
Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected.
He's right. My head's been throbbing today, too.
And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy.
I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. Then the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head.
Wait, was like their food like laced or something?
I'd already been dragged out of the wardrobe. And had those handcuffs put on me by that point.
Why didn't I wake up when all that was happening to me? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodon't, you boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Well, yeah. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Yeah, in fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all?
That's right. He didn't touch it.
Is that relevant? My dear fellow, does that not strike you?
Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken?
I do. No, really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. A sleeping drug.
Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that would not what Mr. Sholmes mean. What a far-fetched idea.
Precisely. Placing every meal on every passenger on board with a so-perfect job would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator.
Mr. Sholmes!
Well, seaman. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. Ah. If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew, and the captain himself, would be hauled over the coals. For aiding and abetting a renegade. What? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Please, no more. I will tell everything.
Eh?
I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore.
These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. What?
Yes, so when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me.
We all agreed to help. Everyone together. She threw away everything. Her fame in the ballet. Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel.
I don't believe it.
You are right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night.
Yeah, I remember now. I did know she was chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point.
Bruh, and you kept eating? Duh. We could not make all drug, how you say, dissolve.
Ugh, talk about heavy seasoning. At midnight,
waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. Like, bro, you just kept eating after just biting into a hunk like that? She was helped by comrade on shore with small fishing boat. While all the passengers of the SS Brudia slept soundly. Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained.
So, if that's what happened, and the only person awake on the ship last night,
people awake, rather, were the crew, people who dislike chicken, and
the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova.
Wait, so then why did she kill anyone? I still don't understand.
And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door.
But where's the motive in all this?
But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been a complete chaos.
Why these Russian add bitter melon? You literally... Why they had this weird chunk in the middle of this? Bizarre. I'll just keep eating. Bro. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What?
Ah, of course! Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug.
Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night.
Yes!
That sounds horrible. It's like bitter melon into the roast chicken. I mean, both options. Literally, like, biting into a hunk of sleeping drugs. The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. And so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find their door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. But why is she killing anyone? When do we get to the motive? When do we get to the motive? You have talked a long time and said many things. What is point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. But... I don't know about any of this. I am just a little girl. You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Literally TLDR. Sailor like me, we only trust with what we see with our own eyes. Laudable trait. What? I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodon't. Yes? Do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. Ah.
What accusatory cry of guilt?
Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all deduction. Huh? What are you talking about? I believe the time has come. For one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth. Expose, yep. That's the word now. Oh! Wait, we're gonna like just jump right into it. Fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely, you are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died.
Yes!
Seaman Stroganoff. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Yes, I have, I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. Okay. Well, I know what the connection is, right? Oh my gosh, my nose is so stuffy.
Yes!
Yes! It's this photograph and the ink it shows. That's what's caused the stain on your uniform.
Ink. Whatever. Where's your unusual color of ink? Purple. Stains babies, oh my gosh. Ah! Oh my gosh, please. Ah, the penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body is written in purple ink. I don't know! And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means... you must have been present in the cabin. The moment immediately after the ink was spilt. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in that student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I press button to make Beria do emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel.
Biff, please.
Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. I've seen Inside Out, they understand. Did you guys know it's called Inside Head in Japan? Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet.
Biff, please. You must help me.
Her voice is like probably, her accent is probably changed just like 5 times. I'm sorry. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here?
Please, don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend.
Everything that happened is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's... Oh, no, that's Yunosuke. Ha! The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell into the floor? Yes, that is right. So after the incident, when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant laying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor. Hi Bingy, how are you? I hope you're doing well. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not blocked. Yeah, I'm sorry. So she opened to look and you already know what happened after.
Oh, poor Pavlova. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind.
What?
When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova... Was he already dead? Why?
I already told you. When Nina opened door of student's cabin,
I was asking Miss Pavlova.
oh damn! Girl boss! Well, Miss Pavlova?
Da. Oh? Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last?
You wouldn't be asking that if it was. Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. Okay, and? The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated those events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. Oh, did that work? Okay, did. What do you mean unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Huh? Oh, well... I'm not entirely sure. I have a guess. I feel like it's this.
Yes!
His finger. Nope. No. No, no.
Yes!
This word in Russian clearly wasn't written by Kazuma. What did the script say? Oh no, it was definitely like wrong. I could tell. He was all vague in his response. So I just kind of skipped it. I didn't aim the hand right. I didn't aim the cursor right. It was on his like palm area on the right hand, so I didn't click the finger part. So if you're looking for something unnatural, that's the obvious point. Very true. It is certainly peculiar. But it's not what I meant by Wait, what? Wait, am I losing points? I can find another point.
Oh, I see.
Imagine, if you will, losing your footing yourself. In my opinion, if you landed as the victim appears to have done here, it would be most unnatural. I'm sure you'll reach the same conclusion.
How thoughtful you are, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you again for your gentle guidance.
Wait, which part of this? Okay, so I didn't lose points there. Is it the other hand? Because you would try to catch yourself, right?
Yes!
Alright, if he really fell due to... Yes, okay. Due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist just doesn't seem quite right. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say. As though he were gripping something. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, oyasumi bangi. No worries.
Or maybe not night, but whatever time it is. Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago.
You did?
And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow?
Mr. Sholmes, show us, please!
Why, of course, my dear madame. Would I keep you in suspense? Oh! This is what I found.
Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle.
Yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? It tells us nothing.
I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before.
Observation, Mr. Naruhodo. That is the key.
What?
The truth is now tantalizingly close. Well, where's the motive?
How did that crescent moon come to me in Kazuma's clenched fist?
This is the final clue. That last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe. Find the answer with your own eyes. This camera, I fucking hate it.
Yes!
Miss Pavlova, I noticed that on your ear. Even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part seems to be missing. Little link holding onto it must have broken, I suppose. What? But looking at your other ear, I noticed a crescent moon. Ah! I don't believe it. So wait, like... Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there is only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes.
Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night, in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Oh, she gonna snap? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in... Oh, it's her. The fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin, I could relax from this horrible long day. Darka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy. But nothing worked. Darko would not come back. Okay. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin... Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah! Oh, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Huh? No. I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land far away east know a Russian ballerina? Oh, that's the motive? Really? Yeah, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him? Really? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then... Darka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... I pushed him! Don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. Literally, he was gonna ask his boyfriend. But they're like right next to each other. She's also dumb. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. And that's when you went to fetch help? From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things at Kazuma's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door? This was an accidental murder. out of, like, panic. Still, right? Yes. I went to the cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway. In the wardrobe, still sleeping.
Right.
That's when he... But why were we drugged?
That's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway.
I closed wardrobe door and packed back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged the young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilled to write on floor. Oh, just that? Weird. I wrote... I don't know how to read that word, so that person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find Stowaway.
And tell me, what if the glass fell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up.
I see.
But it was dark in the cabin. I did not notice the other half.
Then Inzo went back to her cabin and I finished job. I mean, true, but like... Would they really need to drug people to not wake up? That feels so... I mean, I guess... But like, the whole crew's in on it. Can't they just take her through the staff areas or something? That feels like a lot of extra steps.
By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway?
Yes. Accordingly, the SS Boodia did indeed come to an emergency halt a little after 2 AM, thus enticing the bolt and the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery.
I mean, true, but like, there is some logic to it.
I mean, I don't know. There's usually like, I feel like there's at least some level, and this feels just like, but like... I guess this like... It's kind of necessary for the whole, like, bolt thing to happen. But then, like... That just is a... In the plot, it's just a convenient happenstance. It wasn't planned. But, like... I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of... I feel like... It's just a little bit extra, I guess.
There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova.
What?
Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Well, why would that have been a problem?
It was what he said first that made me scared.
What he said first? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector?
Oh, okay.
Oh! I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
He said an inspector was his friend.
Yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard.
I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, I... May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain. But... he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done.
No, he was walking over to it.
He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back.
Well, Mr. Naruhodon't, the day's work is not done yet, it seems. There is one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes, what action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Can we determine whither the young man's gaze was directed? Yeah? Yeah, blah 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 blah. The fucking wardrobe. Literally.
Take that!
The fucking wardrobe.
Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord.
Yes, however. What is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe.
The wardrobe?
And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly, unconscious, wouldn't have woken up even if he tried. But he would have tried anyway.
Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night?
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
Another opinion?
Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. And they were roommates. Were they really roommates of what? Like, does that count as a roommate if they're a stowaway, Himiko? To see if between them they might be able to help in some way, no doubt.
Oh no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that.
Wardrobe mates? That implies they're in the same wardrobe, Doc.
But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had.
Oh no.
Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did, and that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Really. So sorry.
Oh.
What have I done? Oh.
Kimiko! And so at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Budia was finally laid to rest. It's only been 2 hours. That was kind of short. Well, I mean, even when I include, like, yesterday's, it's still on the shorter side, because it would have been, like, what? Well, I guess it would have been close to 5 hours again. Wait, also I'm not gonna stop coughing, guys. Is he okay now? Oh, they're still gonna help her. was still, like, mostly an accident, though. Mostly. Calling it his cabin, though? Kinda sad. Is Sholmes gonna, like, burst in and be like, "Hey, yo, let's go to London, bro!" Or whatever. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Sato. Sato.
I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. No. Now we know the truth. It was just an accident. It's a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much.
Yeah, I know. I wish there was something I could say.
Inspector.
My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain. But I failed. And caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder.
Nobody blames you, Inspector.
Wait, what? Huh? What?
Holmes.
Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes! What is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I should always picture you wearing those shackles. What the fuck, bro? Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry? So I decided to restore them. For old time's sake, shall we say. You are a stowaway after all? He thinks this is funny?
Mr. Sholmes.
Bruh.
We do appreciate your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you'll be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened.
What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway.
The terms of this study were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant.
Was to be.
In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead.
Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Poor Susato-san.
My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely.
But there's no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer.
Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid.
Oh, but...
But anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
Yes.
Miss Susato?
Yes?
What is... Okay. I don't care whether or not you go with Miss or Mr. Blank or Blank San, but make up your fucking mind. They've swapped between Susato-san and Miss Susato, like, a lot. Literally just recently, and it's... Pick one! I don't care! Commit! Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Ah! But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodon't. Not yet. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I'm sorry, in that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodon't? Yeah, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I can, what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain.
Mr. Naruhodon't.
That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if, by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma! He said there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit, too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Miss Susato? Look at her smile!
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No, it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating. Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Why are we staring at me? Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything to make up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector! If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next and how best to make my report.
Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer?
I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like you to take charge of this.
What? Me? Are you sure?
I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asogi clan for generations.
Very well. I accept. I'll treasure it always. So then, Miss Susato. It seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet.
Cute! Cute! Susato cute! It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom.
Ah, she's cute!
We shall fill every spare moment with study.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
But, before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you two.
Goodness, what is it?
Please throw me to the ground.
What?
3 times.
What?
I should never have doubted you. You are Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior.
No, you were in shock. You just found about me stowing away, and the cabin door was locked.
No! I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. And not just once, but 5 times!
Wait, does she actually count how many times she did it? Like if you accidentally click on things and she does it. I like that. The number keeps creeping up, doesn't it?
Please, you must.
Just take a hold of me and throw me. Do it.
Don't even think about it.
No. I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did he see that? I presume that it would be a form of Japanese wrestling.
Oh, well, in a way. Not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique.
Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling. I'm a practitioner of combative arts myself. I'm so an accomplished boxer. Please, keep your hands from her face! I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw.
Yes, I'd be honored.
Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madame.
Oh, of course.
Wait, not on me!
Are you ready, Miss?
Why? Sorry?
As you can see, you throw from the abdomen.
Oh, yes, interesting indeed. And that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it?
Actually, no. That was a Susato squash.
Ma'am. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Karuma? That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan.
I can't believe you get permission to bring it with you.
I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. And I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing through it with me.
Of course I will! Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Bum, 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 bum. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what it was. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London.
See, I don't know if I want to start a third case. Because we're not going to play again until Saturday. But I have to admit, I'm highly curious. But I kind of want to, like, save it. I know we've had a short stream so far, but I'm not gonna... What do you guys think? Should we play something else for a little while? No, maybe like Hollow Cure or something, because I'm still working on all like the Gachi Koi. Because the thing is, right, I don't want to start the next case and then wait so many days that I'd have to really think about what the fuck happened. So, yeah. But I also feel like each case can usually be done, at least in one stream sitting, like 5 or 6 hours. I would say, barring maybe like the last one or something. Probably, if I had to guess. I would assume episode 5 would be like the last one. That would be like maybe notably longer. Yeah. Cause yeah, like, as much as I want to continue, cause I'm like, ooh, London, ooh, more shloms. Schlock is definitely a word. Anyway, I want to continue, but I feel like it is in my best interest to not continue right now. And do the entire episode from start to finish. Or at least close to start to finish. Like, not a fraud. Like, hold on. Yes, it's an informal. Oh, it is a word. It is a word. I was right. Inferior or trash. That's why. Yeah. Well, I spelt it wrong, but good enough. Oh, wait, I could also use it the way I spelled it. Okay, cool. That's why I would want to call Shloms, because it sounds like he's like a... He's an inferior Sherlock Holmes. He's kind of trash. I'm not even wrong! He's not even wrong! I'm calling him inferior. He is! Okay. Okay. I am gonna quick go to the bathroom as well, so I'm gonna actually put you guys on the burp screen and then we'll play Hollow Cure for a bit. Okay, be right back. Wow, game is loading. Is it there? Why game not there? Hold on. Oh, because I hit it. There it is. Oh, right, because I tried it with Great Ace Attorney and I found out that Great Ace Attorney doesn't like game capture. It likes window capture. Alright, so here's the thing. I have actually completed all of Ian. Oh, Gachikoi. Wait, can you actually see it? Am I in the way? I'm in the way. Then we'll go this way. So, I finished Anime, Goomba, Ina, Yara, Kali, Bay, Crony. I finished all of them and I finished all of Gamers. So, the question is, what do I do next? Ozki is barely Oshi. Should I do like Gen 0? I mean, there's a lot in it. Hold on. Shop has the character gacha, which has the groupings. So like Gen 0 would be Suisei, Sora, Roboko, Ozki, and Miko. This Gen 1 only has 4. Matsuri, Aki, Hato, and Meru. Then we have 5 in Gen 2. Then we would have ID, which like, I've already finished 1 of Holoro. But I don't know. Why'd I do that? It doesn't really matter. I know why I did that. It's because my brain is still in like, Great Ace Attorney mode. My brain is still Great Ace Attorney mode, so I'm like hitting the opposite buttons of what I mean. So maybe, well, I guess we need to do, I don't know. Okay, bye-bye. Don't burn down the place. Let's do maybe the one I'm like... Maybe let's just jump around. I don't know. Let's play... Let's roll a number. Hold on. Let's see, we'll start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so let's see. Random number between 1 and 22. It says number 19, so 22, you know, yeah, 22, 21, 20, 19. So we're playing Anya. Okay. We're gonna work on Anya then. Let's pick a slightly easier stage to play with only fan rank. Yeah, I've been kind of... So, because of the way Steam... I think I've talked about it. The Steam achievements, right? They don't have all of the achievements, right? They are missing all of the character-based ones, because there is just too many, essentially. So... there's essentially just too many. So they cut the character ones from the Steam achievements, but intend to eventually add them. But what that means is right now, because the only ones I'm missing are character achievements... It means I'm at 81 out of 82. And I hate it. I hate that it's at 81 out of 82 so much. So we're gonna fix it, essentially. Anya sleep. But yeah. We'll do a random number generator for each run so that I don't have to play the same character twice. Not because I don't like playing each character, but because, like, I kind of want to change it up, you know? You know? Especially when I have so many. Like, if I just let it pick for me, unless you guys have a preference. If you guys like to see me play a character that I haven't gachikoid, then let me know. We only have up to Gen 2 and EN right now. Oh, I should have grabbed the ninja headband. Oh well. I got so frustrated trying to get Sana's gachikoi. I needed like one good hard mode, like first clear, right? Yes, ninja headband. And what sucked was that I kept like dying on stage 2 hard to Nodoka. the final boss. And I was like, really? Really? I can tell that Anya is not like, she has the slumber thing. So when she's not moving, she becomes resting. It's fine. But I am always moving. I'm excited for what might be in the next patch, whenever that is. Because my JP Oshi should be in it. No! Oh my gosh. My EN, like, Oshis aren't gonna be added in for a while either, sadly. Bibu and Fuamoko are too new. It's really just like there's not, like, it's not like there's not enough, but it's like not enough to go off of. It's just, it's better to let it sit for a little while. At least for like a good like 6 months. At least. But even then, like, Caillou has like a lot to go through with the JPs. And those have already been like in the works, as in like kind of putting the thought through on how to make them and how to design them as a character, versus like Advent and now Regloss, like those like he has to kind of get a feel for them, figure out what to do with them, figure out if that's even fun. Does that even work? You know, all that kind of stuff. I know that he's been struggling with thinking about what to do about Fuamoko though, because I feel they definitely are like they should be played together, because they pretty much exclusively stream together. But then it's like, well, how do you make it feel like you're controlling two characters and not, obviously we don't want it like he didn't want it like Hachama and Hato, where they like swap modes. So the question becomes like, how do you do it where it feels like two characters? Without being like very annoying. Yeah. Well, the question is, how would you do that in a game like this? You know? And one thing that I think is worth at least noting is, so like you could say, oh, use the 2 sticks or whatever. The 2 sticks are active already. They're already being used. One is for your aim. And the other is for your actual movement. So that makes that a little awkward. Like, would you have to create an entirely different, like, control scheme for them? Like, how would that even work? Would that even, like, feel good to play? Or would that be very disorienting? So there's definitely a lot of thought that has to go into Fuamoko for sure. In particular, Fuamoko more so than the other Advent girls. So Never mind, like, after thinking about it, doing it in engine. Oh. Oh, this is depressing. This is so sad. These dudes suck. These dudes are boring. These are so sad. Sad little dudes. Really sad little dudes. I am looking for Idol Song, but it is just not popping up. Sure, I'll take it. I don't know what I'll do with sausage, but we'll get there. I have so much money now because I bought everything too. I have so much money. I still keep my little minions fed and everything. I want like a really good team of workers, like all ready for the next patch to earn enough money to get whatever needs to be gotten. Man, this is just not... Where? We're swapping that. We're just gonna leave the dump trumpet on the floor. Anya trumpet is depressing. I honestly didn't fully realize that this was the lore for Anya, that she's a living weapon. I did not realize that was Anya's lore, that she is a sword. Oh, I didn't get clipped? Oh, wild. Come on, give me something good. It is not giving me anything good. Ow! Ow! Okay, now I'm good. I still need to think of what to draw for my animation this week. Or well, for next week, really. Because I have this week's. Grab and curse. Oh wait, that means... Damn it. That means I can't grab the other one that I was looking for. Shouldn't have grabbed sausage. Oh well. Well, I guess we'll get Bone Bros finished as quickly as possible. Getting Cutting Board and Ian Curse leveled up. And hopefully I can get a freaking Idol Song. Okay. I'm just gonna keep doing the glasses. Kind of increase my chances of actually, like... How long can I make this go? Oh, I can change direction. While still sleeping. Oh, Anya's probably a good one to do, no movement on. Because if you don't move, you don't die. You don't get hurt. They all, like, take... Oh, I gotta move. Like, they don't move as fast if you do that. She's probably, like, she's probably awkward to do it with. But not that bad to do it with either, I guess. I did no movement with Fauna, I think. Was it Fauna? Yeah, it was Fauna. Fauna and Sana are like the easiest ones to do that with, the no movement. I wonder what other interesting like challenge runs will get added the next time. It'll be interesting. Anya go brrr. Anya's so cute. But she's also wild. I remember watching her play Idol Manager one time. And she was literally like intentionally making her idols suffer. Girl, what? Girl, what? No! Well, she's meaning herself because she also... she also named all of them after her and her genmate. Oh. Sure. Oh, me talking about how Anya was absolutely unhinged when playing Idol Simulator. And, made her idol suffer. And a side note, she named everybody after her and her genmates, especially in ID. And other ID members particularly, but I also think some ENs. This feels like one of those, like, this says a lot about... This says, like, that one line that, Himiko said. This says a lot about society. I'm not sure what, but it says a lot. Oh, someone speaking about raid stuff. I don't know. I might try to still do something with 10 and 11. But I don't think I'm gonna do the same type of videos that I've done in the past. Especially not, like, with 12. Because honestly... I don't like working on them the way that I work on them. Either I need to find a better way to do it. Well, maybe definitely for sure, to some extent that. But also, like... Because going through over a dozen hours of footage is just not enjoyable. And I kind of don't like the process of working on the giant prog clear videos. As much as I might like the, thank you. The end result. Yeah. For you, I mean, I'm not you, right? See, the thing is, I still want to include some of the shenanigans that happen. My intention is maybe to include something like... include something... Maybe do more like, try to make sure that I try to take actual clips as we're progging. And then try to go through and like... make sure that the clips are like... the right part of the video, and then just download that part. So that way I'm not going through over a dozen hours of footage. But it does mean that obviously right now, like, I don't really have anything for 10 and 11. So I'm unsure what I'll do there. But I'm definitely not, like... The end results are great, I like those, but like... I do not have fun with the process at all. I've been procrastinating 10 and 11... Well, 10 for a while, and 11 for a decent amount. Like, I kind of don't want to work on it. You know? Okay, Oyas and Mimi Faye, thanks for stopping by. I'd say we probably only go for a little bit longer, but, I mean... We finished the case really fast, so I'll probably be going for a little while. But yeah, like, to me, it seems more worth it to spend time on things like the shorts, which, like, I feel productive after finishing, like, 3 or 4 in a single sitting. Or, and they actually, honestly, for the amount of time and energy I spend on them, they have a much better, like, return, I guess, would be the word, compared to the long-form videos. Or at the very, like, ratio, essentially, so... Yeah, I need something besides sleeping. Yeah, like... For the amount of energy that a short takes and how well it does versus how long it takes a video and how well it does. Shorts are the clear winners here. Ah! Sleep, Anya, sleep! I'm getting shot at! No more sleep! Yeah, I don't know. I still have FF16 to go back to. Right? Like, I still have FF16 to finish. Like, all the videos of. And I want to do the Great Ace Attorney stuff. The thing is, I still want, like, full videos to be available for those that want that. Like, even if it's just, like... essentially the shorter form videos, but, like... in... a different format. But also, like, some things only work with, like, longer, like... wind up to it, right? Or with context, for example. Ah! Sleep, Anya, sleep. Don't sleep! Dodge, Anya, dodge! Okay, we're done. Whew! But yeah, I was kind of rambling to Joey earlier as well. Like, I don't want to fully give up on the videos, but I think I need to kind of put them as side stuff. He's doing fine. He's playing D&D today. Oh, yeah, no, he doesn't get jet lag. Like, at all. Versus me, I'm like half out of commission for like a week. Ah! Damn it. I want to get the last fishing rod. I want to get the last fishing rod, but you need so many. I don't even think I'm like halfway there. You need so much currency. Hi, Amy. How are you? Yeah, I'm only like a third of the way there. Yeah, like you need like a mill. This doesn't actually like it doesn't open up any extra fish. It just makes it easier to catch the gold one. And there are little like furnishings for it. And I'd kind of like to have everything unlocked. So, your nose? I'm sorry. Hi, Kula. I hope you're doing well. We finished the second case, or episode, in Great Ace Attorney, so we're playing Holocure now. And by playing, I mean fishing in Holocure. What is it? Also, I'm thinking about trying to make some sort of Halloween Live 2D asset. Maybe. That's what I was thinking I would draw today. But then I was like, nah, I really want to have finished the second episode. For... You accidentally killed a snake. I'm sorry, I think. I don't like snakes, so... I mean, it was an accident. Man, I'm getting a lot of sharks. Ooh! Ooh, golden squid, let's go! I don't know. Yeah. Ami's not Fuwawa. Ami's definitely not Fuwawa. She's the one that isn't. She's real! Be nice to her! Yes, that's the current meme though. Okay, we're at 400k. We're almost halfway to the goldenrod. I hope you get a computer soon though. That sucks. Just get a Steam Deck. I think it plays on Steam Deck? I actually don't know. You didn't eat the veggies? I see, Emmy. Oh, really? I see. Haru just replaced his CPU the other day. He got a new CPU now. We'll go back to the regular game soon. I just kind of want to make a dent in the fish thingy. Because Because I'm also technically running low on koi fish. Of course, I'm not getting any, but that's besides the point. Iris, stop fish. I came over to grab the fish and then you fish more. Oh, now you're done. Whoa! I'm dumb. I was not paying attention. Oops. Emmy doesn't have it all together. Oh my god. Oh yeah, so when I was fixing Mimi's ahoge, right? And editing, and not editing, but like adding the ears and stuff onto the faceplates that I got from Ruby, right? Obviously I had to take off like Mimi's glasses, right? And I placed them down somewhere. I don't know actually where anymore. But anyway, eventually I couldn't find them again. Obviously it's not a big deal because I do have other ones that I could just paint again. It's not the end of the world. But anyway, so I still like knew they were in the house. And I found them, what is it, yesterday? The day before? They were like right in front of the couch and like blended into the floor, the wood floor. I was like, okay, okay. Sure. Oh yeah, she got all of her pieces now, I think, right? $32. She has to build a desk, I see. I want to get 500k before we go back to the game. The right main part of the game. I'm actually a little sad that the second episode didn't have a trial. And no one got unhinged. Like, I get it story-wise, but like, no one was really guilty. No one went bonkers. That's like my favorite part of Ace Attorney. When the guilty party just loses their shit. And they get the wildest animations. Like, that's the best part. Also, the word is guilty of, Emmy. Not for. But also no. See, my only problem with this game is that it's not even like I'm bad at it. It just takes time. And you're not even like guaranteed the fish you're looking for. There's a reason I fire the workers that take fish in their final level. I do not keep them. They get set free. They get released from their duties. Literally, yes. Like if if the food that they want at the end when they're max level is not grown in the garden, don't want to keep them. I get rid of them. Because the garden, like, yeah, it takes time to grow. But also, like, I determine what I get. Anytime as long as I don't have too many that are, like, the same food, it'd be fine. But like the fish, like I have no control over which fish I get. Well, very little control. I could, if I need like a low level fish, I could swap to a worse fishing rod. To reduce the chances of it being other fish. But that's only if it's like a low level fish. Like if I'm looking for like shark to feed the dudes, like I don't get a choice. I just have to fight with these RNG chances. Hello? There you go. But I also do want to get all of the golden versions of the fish as well, so there's that too. Which is obviously what getting the golden fishing rod is kind of for. I've gotten 2 by chance though, so at least there's that. You're gonna be jealous of the dog? Ugh, I'm really close. I'm only like 10k from 500k. to the goal that I wanted to reach before we went back to the game. I have to kind of focus because the thingies go really fast now. Like that. Jesus. Why are you being mad? Why are you being jealous of a fictional dog? An imaginary dog. He lives the good life, I see. I'm actually kind of scared if they give me like a goldfish now. Like the speed of the meter, like if they give me a triple exclamation point, I think I'll freak out. Ozki, can you not? Like not on top of me. Also, I think I'm at my highest chain. I kind of feel bad leaving. I'd kind of feel bad leaving. Really? How is it clickbait? It's giving me too many easy fish. It's baiting me. Ah! Okay, it's fine. I can leave. It's suffering? I see. I mean, it sounds like I mean, if the show's still fine, like, who cares? But, like, just a misleading title. Okay, I have 500k. We're getting there. What else am I low on? Food-wise, radish. Oh, trying to find the good life. So it's not necessarily misleading. It's like, I mean, it's like the equivalent of One Piece, but J-drama, right? There's no One Piece in the actual show. It's what they're looking for. Okay. So, let's see. We didn't even get Oshi on here. Well, let's pick someone else. So I got us up to 21. I'll play 2. We're going for 11, whatever number 11 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we're playing Choco. Uba. Uba. A lot? This isn't even half of them at this point, Kula. Hey, this isn't even half of them. Like, a lot of them aren't even in the game yet. This is just, what is it? Ian 1 and 2. So there's Ian 1 and 2. JP Gen 0, 1, and 2. ID 1, 2, and 3. And so we still have JP 3, 4, 5, 6, Regalos, which is technically not 7. And then we have Ian 3. Yeah. And each one is like 5 girls. And 20-something is only the ones that I haven't finished. I'm working on Gachikoi, so like max fandom level, which is basically you have to play them more. So I am done with about maybe like half the roster, maybe a little under half. Because I have all of Ian 1 and 2 and Gamers done. Oh yeah, there's Gamers as well. There are only 4. Well, some of them are 4, some of them are 5. Yeah, because of my want to get that one last achievement for the Steam achievements to be at 100%, I'm trying to max out everybody. That said, I am also getting hungry again. I might not go for too much longer. So it has been about 3.5 hours, so... I mean... Hollow is the meme. They are the meme, let's be real. Each of them is a meme. I have to do Mog Tome soon. Again, tomorrow. I still need like 200 more Mog Tomes. I see, Kula. I see. Maybe one of these days I'll make pancakes too. Maybe only for me. I don't know. No, I don't really like blueberries. I have chocolate chip pancakes. That's what I like. I mean, what? What, about the blueberries thing? Yeah, I don't really like care for blueberries. Well, you can have it. You can eat the whole thing by yourself, not me. Yes. I don't want to take that. It doesn't really match up for a collab with anything. Goes straight to your glutes? I see. I'm sorry, I think. Wow, 2 at once? Dang. It was like 2 within the same second. Oh my goodness. You gotta study? What are you studying for? Wow, double stamp. You know, I don't really understand what Choco Sensei's ability does, but I just kind of hit the button and things happen. Gonna be, you know, whatever. Like, I think I half read it, and then I kind of didn't really process what it wrote, what it said there. But I'm also like, I have everything maxed out, right? So, I'm kind of overpowered. You're studying how to make a perfect pie. I see. Is IT bullshit? I see. Yeah, I think after this run, I'll wrap up early so I can eat some stuff before bed without it being too close to bedtime. Yeah. I am hungry. My eyes are fine today. I think I really just needed like a whole day where I basically just passed the fuck out. Cause I ended, oh gosh, like only 2 hours after starting, right? So that would have made it like 7, maybe 8 at the latest. I laid down, told Joey. I was like, I hate that, like, I can't focus for it. And then I ended up falling asleep, like, laid, like, diagonally across the bed. Taking up, like, both spots. And then I woke up again, like, 3 hours later. Like, a full fucking sleep cycle later. And then I actually got ready for bed. I did wake up earlier today at like 7-ish, 6, 7-ish. But I was able to get back to sleep, so then I didn't actually get out of bed until like 9. Maybe that's what I need, like, where I sleep for like... Maybe that's really what I should do whenever I travel. Just have an extra day at the beginning of being in that time zone where I just sleep for 12 hours. Because clearly sleeping on the plane is not enough for me. Because my sleeping is already not very good. I mean, I joke, partially. But honestly... Where's my sake? To get the item for the super collab that I want. I mean, I don't really need it. Like I said, I'm kind of overpowered for this. But I digress. Yeah, I don't actually want to grab that quite yet. Because once I grab it, then weapons will start appearing in the list again, like new ones. Oh. Man, these suck. You know what sucks is when I often, like, especially if I'm doing, like, stage 2 hard mode, because I feel like Nodoka is really a pain in the butt. I'll grab chicken feather for the extra revives, and then sometimes I just don't end up actually using them, and I'm like, man, that sucks. I mean, it's better safe than sorry, because sometimes I just, you know, you never know. I could fumble. But it sucks when, like, you basically didn't use it for the purpose you grabbed it for. Nodoka's, I feel like her bullet pattern has to have a relatively, like, she has to have a safe spot. Not like a permanent safe spot, but an easy, like shimmy, like where you swap between, like, 2 locations. But I have no idea where it is. Swap between, like, a small section with some variants for, like, mobs, but I have no idea where it is. Oh goodness, excuse me. Maybe I should consider lowering some of these. I don't know, at the same time, like, I'm kind of grinding out, like, every character. Maybe it's fine that I'm, like, overpowered, because then it doesn't feel like I'm... Oh, sake! Yes! Now I don't mind combining these, because I actually have the sake item that I was looking for. So I'm not trying to item hunt anymore. Yay! What can go with orb? Well, cutting board can, and I actually kind of... Well, cutting board is okay in the fire. I'm gonna hold off on it for now. Oh! Super credit card. Sure, why not? I'm bored. Sure, why not? Let's just become even more OP. Sure, why not? Why not? It's there. Yeah, I don't really have, like... I kind of want to... Maybe I'll let, like, the RNG kind of pick for me for a little while. To kind of, like... What's it? Make it so that way, like, I kind of work on a few random ones, and then... When that's... When... Enough of them enter into Oshi, so the red random rank, then maybe I'll be like, okay, which one do I have, like, a handful in red? And then I'll, like, work on that one. Like, which gen or group. Because that's essentially what I did. Like, I had like 3 out of 4 gamers. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll do Mio now. You know? I don't want to do that for ID necessarily, because ID is already a really small gen. I don't want to do it quite yet, because, like, yeah, I already have Reine from Hororo. So I don't want to do that quite yet for ID. I want to at least, like, play a couple of other characters. The way Haru described Matsuris was a little weird. What does Borg go with? CEO's Tears, Cutting Board. CEO's Tears is the one that I'd like. But I'm gonna grab BL's Lost Boat. It would have to have been that one. Okay. So there's no reason for me to grab BL book. If I grab Plug Type Asa Coco, it does have 1 option, 2 options, 3. It has all of its options still available to me. Oh, neat. You know what? I'm gonna pick Hollow Bone this time. I'm gonna go with the other Asa Coco. If we get there, anyway. The thing is that around this point, like, it does I don't actually think it's very hard. Where's the second pillow go? I don't use the second pillow. What? Don't? In between your arms, I guess? I don't know. Just shove 2 pillows in one case? I mean, sure, I guess. Maybe it depends on like you a bit? I don't know. Like what kind of body type you have or something? I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Oh yeah, we'll be back to raiding tomorrow. As a heads up. Wait, where's the bomb? There it is. Hello! It's between your legs, I see. I see. If you sleep on your... I see. I do not sleep on my back. Not... Well, maybe every once in a while, like, I'll lay on my back. But... I don't think I ever actually fall asleep that way. Sometimes I'll lay on my back to, like, drain my, like, sinuses a bit. Because the gravity seems to help. But often I'll kind of roll around for a while, kind of like getting my nose to like an optimal level of not too drained, not too stuffy. Like between the two of them. I very rarely use this one. Breathe in type Asakoko. There's no way that I'll get enough levels or things to cap out and grab one more collab, but I see no reason to not technically, mentally, like, go and grab it. There's no way I'm gonna get to 7 before, before she dies. Yeah, we're not. Oh, she's popped Oshi. Okay. Some of these I think maybe Haru played a bit. I don't know. What else am I on the lower side of? Carrot. That said, I am relatively hungry. So we're gonna wrap this up by feeding my minions. I think we've been playing for about 4 hours. Including Ace Attorney. Oh! Well, this guy gets to go. Bye-bye. Their final food is a fish, so, good fucking riddance. Okay. Sorry. Bye-bye. Let's see. Sure. Can you not want fish? Okay. We're back to all platinum. Yeah, these 3 are good because they do want plants. 4, rather. We don't know about this for another like 10 levels. Don't know about this for another like 10 levels. This is a long way to go. They have a long way to go too. I just like recently hired them basically. After kicking out other ones that don't like plants. Alright, I am hungry, so... Oh, I know we're gonna say hello to. Whoa, add. Okay, thanks. Okay. I will be back tomorrow with Final Fantasy 14. We're gonna go say hi to Mistia. Here's our raid message. I will be back tomorrow with, yeah, 14. I'm like struggling to copy my own message. Okay. Alright, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. Oyasumimi, bye bye.